Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and come back and nerd out with us on all of this Planet Zoo mischief that we're going to get in. And I got you guys some new background footage. I went to Zoo Knoxville on Saturday. I took my sister and her boyfriend down there. And there was a really neat kind of overcast for most of the day. And I don't know if you don't go to zoos a lot, but when there's an overcast, temperatures are a little cooler. The animals are a lot more active. If you try to go to the zoo on like a sunny 90-degree day, you're probably going to be disappointed because they're kind of just like us. They want shade, they want to be cool, and they want to lay around. I don't know about us, but as far as me goes, that's kind of what I like. And, so we had a really cool day down there, and I got a little bit of filming done. Not as much as the video before, because I kind of didn't want to keep stopping them and having to get all these different shots and stuff, but nonetheless I got some pretty cool shots, especially the Asian Trek area, the Temple of the Tiger. Really cool, multi-million-dollar expansion they just completed a couple years ago. And actually you remember I was at Zoo Knoxville like a month ago. I was telling my sister and them, I'm like, no construction's going on, it's all finished, it looks really cool. Soon as we walk in the front gate, I forgot they broke ground earlier this month on like an $18 million amphibian and like reptile conservation center, and it's going to take like 18 to 24 months to finish. So yeah, I was like thinking like, oh, the construction's done, it's all going to be cool. No, it's just starting. So I'll get down in there and get you guys updates about that if you're kind of interested in my local zoo and my perspective of where I'm going to be kind of garnering a lot of inspiration from, if you will. I know we've got Google and, Pinterest and all that type of stuff, but it's hard to substitute. It's like when you're building in Planet Coaster and I go to Dollywood and all that, and it's really gets you focused on, what zoos would really have, what theme parks really have, how path looks, what staff area looks like. So it's really hard to separate just to just write off actually being there in person over just Googling images. So that is definitely something. Even if you're into some real life zoo vlogs, we'll have that on the channel going forward as our Planet Zoo journey progresses. So, but another reason you're here is I've been lacking a little bit on the latest developer journal, the facilities journal. So let's go ahead. We will just jump right into that. And this time we have got senior artist Joanne Taylor, lead designer James Taylor, and senior artist Fern Hilborn. And remember, we first met Fern in the form of all the awesome artistry and what she had put out for us in Planet Coaster. So she is one of those, she's one of the holdovers. They brought her in to work on Planet Zoo as well. And if her work is if her Planet Coaster work is any indication on what she's capable of within Planet Zoo, we are in for a treat. Really talented dev in Fern, and then of course too, senior artist Joanne. We saw her in one of the the dev diaries that they actually filmed and put on YouTube. So we've got Joanne, James, and Fern to kick us off here. And James starts out like just listing the facility list. So I'll go ahead and list them out for you if you haven't got to catch that yet. The first one is the keeper hut. Food for the animals is prepared in this building. Then we've got the power facility. Provides power to all buildings and objects that require it within a certain distance. Quarantine, mainly used to separate infectious animals from healthy animals to prevent the spread of an illness or to hold animals new to the zoo to check they aren't harboring an illness that is not yet apparent. So that's a really interesting little tidbit to me, that you do not want to infect your already established population. So the quarantine facility, another big step up for you management nerds. Research center used by vets to research animals and improve the zoo's understanding of them, which brings multiple benefits to the zoo. Then you've got the staff room. This is where staff go to rest and also receive training. the trade center, where animals enter and exit the zoo, the veterinary surgery center. If an animal becomes ill or injured, this is where they need to go to be treated. Then the last two, you've got your water treatment plant, cleans all bodies of water within a certain distance of the plant. Then your workshop. Mechanics perform their research in the workshop, unlocking new items for the zoo. So that's really cool as far as like what they're going to be unlocking. Or like we're going to be able to enhance like the veterinary surgery centers, maybe have like a little outpatient center, you know, for like the animals. Or what do they call it like after you're done with surgery? I was thinking maybe they'll do that with the animals. What the heck do they call that? Like the recovery wing, like the, you know, your recovery pod. And who knows, that may tie in with the quarantine area, or the veterinary surgery facility may have all that just kind of tied in together. But I was just thinking like, they're probably not going to have it where like you just did surgery on this animal and then send them right back out into the enclosure. I'm kind of wondering if there's going to be some kind of holding pattern there. And then Fern goes on to say it's very important to have these facilities in a management game like Planet Zoo because they are at the very core of the zoo. Without them, nothing functions. Facilities provide your staff with the tools that they need to work, train, and rest. Ensuring that they are happy means that your animals are more likely to be well looked after, which in turn makes your guests happy as well. Placement of facilities in Planet Zoo is really important for two main reasons. Firstly, you want to make sure that your facilities are close to things that they will need more access to, such as ensuring that there are keeper huts close to your habitats so it's easier for your keepers to transport food to your animals. This is applicable to all facilities, and you'll want to make sure that you're considering their proximity to things that minimize time wasted. The second thing Fern says to consider is that these facilities are simultaneously kept away from the guests. This is because facilities will have a negative impact on any nearby guests. So having them close to main guest pathway means that you'll have impact guest happiness. We have implemented functionality in Planet Zoo that will allow you to easily see the boundaries of the radius of how much the certain facility is affecting the guests. Joanne goes on to say there are so many challenges that facilities pose to place in terms of management. Another is that different size facility buildings enable different amounts of staff to work at any one time. So it becomes really important that you know this and plan your space well in order to optimize the time it takes for staff to get to a facility, perform their tasks, and head out again. Additionally, if you find that your power goes down, your staff will lose access to their facilities. Your keepers won't be able to feed your animals, and your vets won't be able to treat any animals, injured or sick animals either, perform surgeries. That is done if your power goes down. The longer these animals are inaccessible, the longer your animals will be unhappy, which will have negative consequences on them, your guests, and your overall zoo rating. You'll need to make sure you have the right staff to fix these issues to keep things running smoothly. James follows that up and says, when a breakdown occurs, the level of chaos depends on the facility. If a water treatment plant breaks down, there are no immediate effects. But over time, the water bodies it was treating will get dirty, acting as a source of infection for animals and detracting from animal welfare. Whereas if a power source breaks down, there's a nearby electric fence, well, then you've got unpowered and animals could escape. You've got unpowered fences, and you got a whole nother list of problems there. Also, Fern goes on to say something new in Planet Zoo is that you will be able to unlock new eco-friendly ways to power your zoo, which will have a positive impact on your overall zoo rating, as well as impacting the guests in a different way. So I'm thinking maybe that has a lot to do with solar panel powering. Who knows? Maybe even they'll do something with the poop, maybe in the form of fertilizer, or, who knows what all they'll do with that. We do know the little keepers are sucking up poop, so maybe that's not the end of it once they get that kind of up and going. So James follows that up with mechanic research at the workshop. Renewable energy sources are made available and can be used to replace transformers that provide power from non-renewable sources. Facility management is present in all game modes, but in sandbox mode, it's less of a consideration. Good thing. Then Joanne says, this is definitely a biased statement, but I love the art in the facilities. Let's just say there's plenty of details for the planet-savvy player to find and enjoy. Given how much we have learned from modern zoos during the making of this game, I love the idea that our community could use the game to create structures, buildings, climbing frames, so many things which could actually be fabricated and used in real-world modern zoos in return. She said, could you imagine seeing a guest or animal-focused space in the Steam Workshop, then visiting a zoo and seeing it right there in front of your eyes? She said, I think that is going to be a truly wonderful part of Planet Zoo. And then Fern wraps it up and says, we're working hard to make sure that we can give you a wide range of blueprints for every facility type in theme at release. All of our facilities are set up so they will fill and fit with our wall sets, so you'll be able to decorate these however you wish. But we also wanted to make sure that those who would prefer to focus more on the management aspect will be able to do so while still being able to create a zoo that looks great. And she says, I can't wait to see some of the habitats our community will create. I've seen how imaginative you are, and I'm blown away at the amount of creativity we saw from everyone with Planet Coaster. I know that you will find ways to make some beautiful, amazing, and authentic habitats for all of your animals, and I'm looking forward to seeing this come to life. Me as well, Fern. And don't forget, if you're more on the management side and you do not like that piece-to-piece building, designing, that type of creative side of stuff, there are going to be literally, I promise you, probably within the first week, there are going to be thousands of blueprints on the Steam Workshop, at least hundreds in that first week that you'll be able to pick and choose from, and you'll see some of mine on there. Come November, we are going to have an absolute field day. Not sure how much transfers over as far as the beta goes in 8 days. I'm thinking probably nothing will transfer over, but who knows? You know, I can't remember so far back what transferred over and what didn't with Planet Coaster, but I'm thinking like maps and stuff like that and blueprints, you won't be able to take those to the Steam Workshop. But somebody was telling me that he thinks you'll be able to save them as a blueprint in your game, and they may still be in there once the full game releases and you have to download that and kind of opt out of the beta. But I'm not sure, because it's kind of like, you know, they're going to be kind of separate builds. So I don't know. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. But as soon as I know, you guys will know. We'll get a post up on that. Don't forget to follow me on the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's all at SDanWolf. No E on the end. I am a real wolf, WOLF. They have to chain me up for full moons and all that nonsense, so it's a big hassle, but it's worth it to have a cool last name like that. And but anyways, guys, 8 days until we get our hands on the game. I don't have to watch a bunch of dorks in Germany play it. I don't have to watch a bunch of dweebs in some stage out in LA play it. I will be playing it for you right here on the channel. I think we're going to have to get some live streams going. Really, really important 2 weeks. I've taken the whole day on the 24th off, so I will be up and at it and ready to jump into it with you guys. So don't forget to smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video. Let me know what you think about Planet Zoo. Let me know what you think about the facilities in these journals. And guys, I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. See ya.